I don't even know how to talk about how bad this movie is. Hello, welcome to Just My Thoughts. I'm your host Khaleel Ward. On this episode, I'll be talking about Matrix Resurrection. I don't know why I went to the movies to see this. I should have watched it on HBO. I saw it in IMAX this morning. I don't know. It was the Matrix coming back, and I'm like, all right. I thought the first Matrix was okay. I didn't care for the sequels too much. I kind of didn't understand it when I watched it growing up. I rewatched it a couple of months ago, and I was like, okay, I have a better understanding. The Matrix is some time loop. Things keep happening. Neo changes things, right? So I don't know really how to talk about this movie because I don't think people understand what the movie is about anyway. Because the trailer, I don't know what was going on. It was just like, oh, Neo's back. Oh, okay. He's stopping stuff. So I went in there with an open mind, and it's bad. It's super trash, honestly. But first, let me talk about the things that I enjoyed about the movie. Don't want to just bash it, throughout this whole video. The things I enjoyed. I like that we saw the tech guy a little bit more. I think in the first movie, his name was Tank or whatever, the operator. He type and send people in. So you see him more, and he's like more visible because when he like jacks you in, he can like appear next to you as he points you in the right direction, which is it's cooler to see, because technology has advanced. They don't do the whole phone thing anymore, and they say that as a joke in the movie, because again, technology has advanced and not a bunch of payphones, lying around. So they use like doors and mirrors and stuff like that, which is really cool. Kind of like when they go see the Oracle in I think it's the second movie with the Keymaster and everything, and they go through different doors and it leads to different rooms. They kind of do that a little bit more this time around. That's about it in terms of what I really liked about the movie because uh Keanu's back and he's Mr. Anderson a lot of the time in this movie. He is a video game maker and he created the Matrix video games. So everything that he thought he was dreaming about, he makes it a video game. So everybody pretty much knows about the Matrix. And the movie is confused. It doesn't know what it wants to be. It's like, is it a reboot? Is it a remake? Is it a sequel? It just starts throwing like all these different jokes in there, like, because it's so meta, like everybody knows about the Matrix. So like at one point, it's one character that he's talking to Neo, and he's just like Neo is making a new video game, and he's like, I'm over budget or whatever, and the guy's like, well, our parent company Warner Brothers wants us to make another sequel. Like, what? Like, they're in on the joke of them coming out with another Matrix movie rather than a new IP or telling a different story. It's weird. So people are watching the Matrix happen again, and they're like, even when the movie starts, it starts just like the first Matrix because somebody is watching like the program play over again. It's not the same Trinity, but they're watching the program play over and they're trying to figure some things out that I don't even know. I can't even. All right, spoilers. All right, they're looking for Neo in the Matrix. He left Morpheus in there to so you could find Morpheus, and then Morpheus studies everything, and then he finds Neo, and then Neo is looking for Trinity. That's essentially the story in this particular movie, and it's so weird and so confusing, and nothing really happens except a lot of talking and a lot of weird flashbacks. Like it shows a lot of the Matrix movies. If how when a movie is like a remake or a reboot of something, it kind of does something that the original did. So it could be like, hey, we remember the original. You can laugh, nostalgia. This movie, as characters are talking to each other, there's just like little glimpses of previous Matrix movies. Like, here, remember this? And Neo's like remembering stuff like, oh, I can do this. Oh, I did this. Oh, like at one point, the guy goes, I'm really a big fan. And he's like, he's locking Neo up. He's like, I have a real question for you. And he's like, is it true you could really fly? Like, what? Like, I was so confused. The agents, they can't shoot. They shoot like stormtroopers. They be like point break range and they can't hit anything. Like, and these are regular people. It's not like when the people are shooting at the agents and the agents do all that fast stuff that was cool 20 years ago. Yeah, it's a bad movie. It's 2 hours and 28 minutes. It's as long as Spider-Man No Way Home, but you really feel it in this. Like, it's so bad. Oh man, it's a lot of bad stuff. And I know people are excited because they're like, oh my god, The Matrix, and they try to block out the sequels like they didn't happen or something like that. And again, this movie doesn't know what it wants to be. Is it a sequel to the third one? Because it's just like resurrecting Neo and trying to tell the story again, you know. Watch it on HBO Max if you care anything about this, but lower your expectations because this movie it's not good at all. But those are just my thoughts. Let me know what you thought about it. Thanks for watching.